I love you. So I'm going to get right to it because I have a lot to say. I want to share about my spiritual journey. You know, Rosie, you were talking about meditating, your desire to meditate, and Erin, you talk about your yoga practice. And I've been consistently meditating for about 10 years, and then I started listening to Matt Kahn and really just devouring everything he had to offer. And it was really eye-opening for me because I realized that my relationship with meditation is more about, or has been, about this inner father figure that's rather militant, and you will meditate whether you like it or not. Just sit down and shut up for 30 minutes. And I think my inner child really hated it. She was just always like, rah, banging pots and pans and trying to get my attention. And I was just like, I'm a good spiritual person. And I started to question that. Like, am I really getting anything out of this? Or is it just my spiritual ego? Spiritual ego. So I started asking my inner child what she wanted, and inviting her into the conversation. Matt Kahn talks about spiritual obedience, how his mission, one of his missions, is to obliterate our third dimensional need for spiritual obedience, because the third dimension of spirituality was about solving problems and climbing out of the pit of suffering, whereas fifth dimensional and beyond spirituality is just about being in celebration of the radiance of our divine nature and expressing that. And so basically I've stopped meditating. Sometimes I incorporate some stillness into my yoga practice. Like do a pose and then actually just feel the energy that is swirling through my body. And it's much more of an embodied, like Rosie, you were saying that you like to feel what's happening in your body when you're meditating. But if I just sit down and kind of like get lost in my mind, I don't do that so much. So yeah, if I feel genuinely moved during my movement practice, because I love movement, then I will stop and feel. But yeah, I'm not a meditator anymore. And Matt Kahn says that when your energy field wants to meditate, you'll spontaneously and naturally feel called to sit down and meditate. But I'm not about, because that father figure place was coming also from a place of like, fuck, a feeling out of control, feeling fucked, and wanting to do something to make myself feel better, to be okay. And yeah, now that I'm in the fifth dimension, I know that I'm okay. And so whatever I do is just an expression of that implicit continuum of beyond okayness. So pretty radical. It's nice. It's nice to unravel my spiritual ego and just trust my inner voice, my inner life to guide me.